You can take a depressing, horrible, negative situation, you can turn it into a positive. I'm so proud of my wife. I'm not allowed to talk about her on my show, but this is a nice, positive thing. Bernice has worked out the algorithm of how City Power in Johannesburg schedules their load shedding, or is it Eskom? It's actually Eskom, sorry. She's worked out the algorithm, that there's a pattern. So they're only publishing Tuesday and Wednesday's forecast of load shedding. Bernice she understands the pattern, and she can tell you when load shedding will carry on. She can tell you Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. How about that, hey? So she's going to put it on her Facebook.
No.
Oh, you're not going to put it on your Facebook?
I'm putting it on someone else's Facebook.
Oh, who are you putting? Whose Facebook are you putting it on?
No, just
What's her name?
One of my Facebook.
No, just tell me her name.
No, I'm not.
Oh man. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay.
But I can explain how it works.
No, that's fine. That's too complicated.
Not really.
Anyway, on the topic of Eskom, so the Black Business Council has called for the CEO of Eskom, that's something Derator. Is it Jan Derator? Rian?
I'll put it on your page.
Okay, put it on my page. So the Black Business Council want the CEO of Eskom and the whole board to resign. Something about not giving us reliable, continuous electricity. Yeah, it's definitely something along those lines. They actually want to meet with President Ramaphosa. So when will the meeting happen? We don't know. And then President Ramaphosa says that we must please be patient. The situation with the Eskom is complicated. It's quite involved. And please be patient and we'll sort this out. Ordinarily, I would say, what a chutzpah. Don't tell me to be patient. But you know what? 46% of voters, 46% of people who voted for the ANC again. So, you've got the chutzpah. I've got a friend. Bernice and I have got a friend. Let's call him Selo, for example. Selo grew up somewhere in Burgersfort, somewhere in Mpumalanga, or is it Limpopo? No electricity, no water his whole life. He didn't even have a bed. He comes from a large family. He had to wait for each child to leave the house before eventually he got a bed. He slept on a little foam mattress. His family, his mother got electricity maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Muzzle. True's Bob, he voted for the ANC. So I don't know what to say. You vote for the ANC. I mean, there's so many things that have gone wrong. I mean, look, ANC, I pat you on the back. You did well. You fought against apartheid. You brought apartheid down. It started off, you sent Dimitri Tsefendes, the Mashugana, into the parliament. He assassinated Hendrik Verwoerd. Well done, good move. And so on and so forth. A bomb here, a bomb there, sanctions, armed struggle, muzzled. I give you kudos. But the last 27 years, what a disappointment. What a disappointment. I'm going to say something very controversial. Nelson Mandela was not a good president. I'm sorry. Yes, he was very good at negotiations. Yes, he was very diplomatic. He wasn't a bitter man. My argument is maybe he should have been just a little bit verribbed. See, he wasn't Jewish. He got to be a little bit verribbed. And what did he do when he was president? He was like a celebrity. He thought he was a celebrity. He was touring the world, doing world tours, freedom of the city, ticket tape parade in New York, addressing the UN, rubbing shoulders with celebrities. Naomi Campbell still got a dress that smells of Madiba, apparently. No, it's celebrity. And then Thabo Mbeki was told, this is the situation. Eskom is not so good. He ignored them. But let's not blame everything on the ANC for the load shedding, because the infrastructure, besides being, it was only designed for a small percentage of the population. That's the honest truth. But that was then. That was apartheid. The ANC have had 27 years to get things done. And now at this climate conference in Scotland, is it in Scotland? Yeah. They're going to give South Africa 1.7 billion something to make us green, solar, wind energy. I'm on spielkes. It's like I'm in the middle of a run. I'm trying to run, and my stomach. I got a heavy load. I got diarrhea. I need to get to the toilet. And will I make it home in time to go to the toilet? And that's how I'm feeling now about this money coming from this conference. So, well, what are we going to do with this? Is it going to be stolen? There, I said it. Said the word stolen. You know. And then when people try to fight corruption, the whistleblowers get killed. They get assassinated. Tell you, if I was in a situation, if I knew something and I was going to be a whistleblower, I would keep so stum, you have no idea. Keep so stum. So the latest thing is this Athol Williams. So Athol Williams, the Cape Times interviewed him. He didn't disclose his location. He skipped the country. He's left the country because he fears for his life. He was the whistleblower that he spilled the beans on corruption at the Commission on State Capture. So, so he's somewhere in the world, and you got to be, you got to be so careful. So a neighbor phoned a neighbor because he wanted to give a message. He thinks he may have left the stove on in his house. So the neighbor, maybe up to no goods, trying to work out where Athol is. Yeah, Athol, I know you can't talk, but do me a favor. While you're there, can you go to the gift shop by the Eiffel Tower? While you're there, can you get me a box of those Eiffel Tower chocolates? They're little chocolates in the shape of the Eiffel Tower. Do you mind? And then Athol just giggles. No. Ooh, please send me a photo of the Northern Lights, because they say that a real, authentic live picture from a family friend is nicer than what you get on the internet or on those postcards. Yeah. And then you try to dig even further. Oh, how was your walk around Central Park? And then Athol Williams would not break. He's like, I wouldn't say he's a spy master or a secret agent, but he didn't fall for it. Did you go visit that famous restaurant featured on Seinfeld? That scene outside the restaurant. Did you go visit it? What's it like? Oh, tell me something. What is the Danube? What does the Danube look like at this time of the year? Oh, can you, Athol, do me a favor? Can you get that delicious toffee from Marks and Spencer there? Yeah. Do me a favor. Can you throw a rock at that pillar while you're around? But Athol Williams, he thought he didn't fall for any of that trickery. Because someone wants to assassinate Athol Williams. They'll get to the people closest to him, and they'll try to find out what's happening. But you know what? Look, I mean, if I was Athol Williams, I would still have skipped the country. But just being logical, if he was going to be assassinated, I think he would have been assassinated by now. He testified like 4 or 5 months ago. Honestly, I think assassinators don't wait that long. They would have done it already. That's my opinion. But the cleverest thing that Athol could have done, Athol Williams, tell everybody you've left the country, and don't go anywhere. Just stay exactly where you are. That's what I would do. That's what I would have done. Maybe not I would have moved like say you lived in Muizenberg, I would have moved to Kuwtk Bay. Yeah? That's what I then pretend that you've moved overseas. That's clever, hey? That's clever. But you know what, hey? It can't be pleasant, hey? It's like he's designed. He's like in a gilded cage. So he's moved overseas, but it's just not the same. He's not at home. It's like he's created his own like prison away from home. Theoretically, am I being over? Maybe I'm being over dramatic. That's the way I see it. I thought I was imagining things yesterday, or was it the day before? Can you believe it? Do you remember that guy with no legs? He was a Paralympic athlete. Remember him? Oscar Pistorius. Does that name ring a bell? He's up for parole. He's up for parole. Remember he killed his then girlfriend, Reva Steenkamp? I mean, she broke up with him after he murdered her. I mean, you can't do that. That's obviously, it goes without saying. That's why it's the then girlfriend. He's up for parole. How does that work? And apparently, Reva Steenkamp's parents, they prepared to meet with Oscar. I think they're quite religious. Jesus Christus, all that. And their hearts are open to forgiveness. How about that? I'm not sure I'm comfortable with Oscar Pistorius getting let out of jail. I mean, he goes before the parole board. They ask him a lot of questions. Oscar, do you feel you're rehabilitated? Yes, he'll say yes. Will you date a model again and murder her again? No. I don't know, he's going to have to get some parole conditions. The parole conditions I would recommend he mustn't, I think for the first year, he mustn't date anybody. He mustn't date anybody. Even, apparently, apparently he's got a girlfriend, but, that shouldn't be allowed. That shouldn't be allowed. He needs to break up with his girlfriend. And after another year, he's not allowed to date any models. His next girlfriend has to have a BMI, that's body mass index, of at least 28. 32 is considered morbidly obese, so 28, the woman's got to be a little bit chunky. One of those plus size models. What else? Yeah, no, it's got to be strict. It's got to be strict. Has Oscar Pistorius really been in proper prison? I don't know. It's what's he going to do with his life? You think he'll still compete in the sport? Imagine that. I don't know how it works. After committing murder, are you banned for life for sport, for competing in sport? I don't think so. And you know what? The argument might be is that he's too old now. He's past his peak. You never know. Could still compete. I wonder if he's found God. Jesus Christus. I think he may have found God. He may have opened his. He might have been. He might have found God. God could have been behind in the prison gym. Could have found God in the prison shower, prison library. There, God was in by the sports section. Will he be forgiven? Do you think he'll be interviewed? Do you think he'll be on the radio? You think he'll be on TV, YouTube channel? Maybe he'll create a YouTube. You know what? I think Oscar Pistorius is he's set for life. He'll come out of jail, and he'll be a sought after kind of character celebrity. That's the way I see it. That's the way I see it. I hope to God, I can see it in my heart to forgive him. But if he comes out of jail and says that he is against the vaccine, against the COVID-19, that's where I draw the line. That's where I draw the line. If he's going to be like this guy, this Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers, did you read about him? I don't follow the NFL, National Football League in America. I don't understand that game. They say it's like a game of chess. A game of chess, but your pieces are these muscular men. Some of them are big, some of them are small. They fuss, they throw the ball. So this Green Bay Packers guy, Aaron Rodgers, he refuses to take the vaccine and he won't wear a mask. He says that, listen to this. He says that he gave 500 pages of documentation to the NFL to explain why the vaccine is unnecessary or whatever. Doesn't it work? Can you believe it? The chutzpah of some of these people. They think that they know better than the professors. People who've dedicated their whole lives to studying immunology, virology, medicine, they think they know better. Isn't it unbelievable, eh? But the bigger picture, this is the bigger picture. People like Aaron Rodgers sent out the wrong message. They're telling so many people in America and around the world that this COVID-19 is not a big deal. And that's the problem. And it just drives me mad. Drives me mad! Yeah. Okay, what are we going to do? We're gonna let's draw that to a close now. Yes, I know it's not 20 minutes. Please don't complain. Why was your podcast only 17 minutes? It's not long enough. You know what? There's an expression, less is more. I don't really understand the expression, but apparently it's an expression. Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow.